ActiveCampaign Tracking gives you insight into your contacts' behavior. And in this video, we're going to cover configuring, installing, and using tracking. And not just in the basic way, a little bit more advanced. So let's get started with configuring ActiveCampaign Tracking. So inside your account, you want to go to your account name in the upper right hand corner, My Settings, Tracking. Make sure the status is on. You want to add domain or domains, and typically it's a good idea to include www and subdomains. Let me show you what that looks like. So from here, go to my name, go to my settings, go to tracking, and make sure status is on. You add a domain or multiple domains, and in this case I'm not doing www, and there's no subdomains. So that's all you need to do to configure your ActiveCampaign tracking inside your account. So next up is installing. And if you're not using WordPress, all you simply need to do is copy the tracking code that they provide and paste it into a web page, typically just before the closing body tag. Now that's kind of a pain if you're using something that isn't WordPress, but it is doable. So again, back here, simply want to highlight this, copy it, and paste it just before the closing body tag. If you are using WordPress, probably easiest to use the ActiveCampaign subscription forms plugin, which you can see at that URL. And the two things you really need to do are provide your API credentials, which is inside your ActiveCampaign account, and the API key. And then finally, tick the box that says Enable Site Tracking. So that's how to install for WordPress and non-WordPress. Now, for using this, I've kind of highlighted something that they put on this page here with regards to identifying contacts, and a little more complex than simply installing the code and leaving. You actually have to push in the email address of the contact. Now, for most people, that's not necessary, but the use case for this is when you have a situation, somebody signs up to your ActiveCampaign account, they either haven't clicked a link or they're visiting from a different device than what they signed up for. So that device is not tracked. So you need to push in the email address, and that needs to occur inside the JavaScript code that's installed. Now, for most people, it's simply too difficult, but I'm going to show you a way that works, for instance, in a membership site driven by Zenforo. You can also use the query string and add the email equals to the end of it, and then have a way to inject that email. But let me just show you what I mean by this on a way to use this so that you can track fairly precisely. Okay, so to get this to work, I can go inside the admin area of Zenforo, and with one of the templates that gets included on page load, I can put in the JavaScript. And the one thing to note is right here, this little variable is a Zenforo variable that will display the visitor's email. So that no matter what, once they're logged into the site, their email will be tracked. So if I go look at that in real time and I view page source, scroll down to the bottom, or you know what, let's look for track CMP. There we go. So this is my login email, which it's pushed in there, and now in my ActiveCampaign account, my usage on this site, which is important to me, is tracked regardless of what device a person is logged in with. So that's the basics and a little bit of advanced ActiveCampaign tracking.